As long as I can remember, sandwiches have been a big part of my diet. I like all kinds of sandwiches. Cold sandwiches, hot sandwiches, open-faced sandwiches.
Take your time, Richard.
I like grilled cheese, peanut butter and jelly, hamburgers, hot dogs, roast beef, turkey, crab cake. You name it, I've probably had it on a sandwich. My favorite place to get sandwiches is at home. My dad, he takes the time to make the best.
Do I like sandwiches? I love sandwiches. Sandwiches are without a doubt the most wonderful mobile meal that I've ever experienced in my life if it's done properly.
Do I like sandwiches? Yes, I like sandwiches. In fact, I love sandwiches. What do I think a good sandwich is? I think a good sandwich is when everything is just about the same ingredients. Like if you're going to have a hamburger, then I want my cheese on it, a cheeseburger, that's even better. And then I want my lettuce to be just enough, my tomato. In other words, I don't want anything to override anything else. I like it all to complement.
Do I have a favorite sandwich? My favorite sandwich do I have a favorite sandwich? Yes. My favorite sandwich in the past used to be the roast beef sandwich.
Where do I get the best sandwiches from? Probably, no doubt about it, home. Home is the best sandwiches. And my husband, of course, he makes the best.
What constitutes this sandwich? You got to have good ingredients. You know, you need a good piece of bread, because if you get that inexpensive air loaf, as soon as you put your moist meat on, next thing you know, your bread's down to here and it's just a soggy mess. So you need a nice slice of bread. And the condiments are always mayonnaise for roast beef, horseradish, and I'm a Midwesterner, so I like barbecue sauce. So I would like to have a little barbecue sauce and pickles. And sometimes I might have a little cheese, and sometimes I might have lettuce and tomato. It's according to what the refrigerator has in it determines what constitutes this sandwich. So it will vary according to the ingredients that are available, but that was my most memorable sandwich, the roast beef sandwich.
Stories. My dad was a military person. So in our family, and he was also a farmer. So we never had sandwiches growing up. We only had them when Dad wasn't around. So most of the time when he had to stay when the government wanted him all the time, this would be our chance at home to have our sandwiches. So it would be a secret. So it would be even better. And that was the night that we would always have sandwiches, when we knew that Dad wasn't going to be home. Of course, when my brother came along, the secret got out and he would always tell on us, so the sandwiches weren't as many.
Who made my most memorable sandwich? My mother. My mother was a salad person, so she would always have a big pile of lettuce on, I don't care what the meat was, but you would always have this sandwich with lettuce, tomato, whatever the bread may be. It might be rye, it might be whole wheat, it might be white, but she would have it with plenty inside. It would be a thick sandwich, and so the mobile meal would be a complete mobile meal. You would have your protein, you would have your vegetable, so it was all of it. You'd have your carb, so with this you could have like having a complete meal on your plate. But this is the mobile meal, the sandwich.
Have I ever had a bad sandwich? Oh yes, I've had a bad sandwich. Usually I've had bad sandwiches when they're more commercial at usually the commercial places. And where I don't think people just take their time to put it together right. They just decide, well, I'm getting ready to get off work, and they just don't put the ingredients in right, or could be dry on one side, no mayo or mustard or whatever you want for your spread. They just do one side, or just don't have the care. Then I've been to other places, and boy, the young people have been just great putting a sandwich together. So I've had both experiences.
What sandwich do I enjoy most making? Now, most of my sandwiches are determined by the crowd that I'm pleasing. You know, like if it's my family, I have strong sandwich critics. So I don't get a chance to waver here and there. You know, if the mayonnaise is not right or too much, not enough, if the salt is not too much, I know I'm going to get some flack.
My most memorable sandwich with my husband would have to probably be the mushroom melt. And he just had everything was just right with the onion and the different type of mushrooms, and the cheese, the melted cheese was just right. And then he always managed to put just enough spread to have just a little dribble down your wrist, which makes it so good. And he has also a little touch of wine that he puts in his mushroom melt. Of course, that was the sandwich we served when we got married, so that would be my best.
The sandwich is a really intimate piece of food. You have to be happy about what you're doing, because you don't want to put anything negative in between those two pieces of bread. When I bite into that sandwich, I want to know that I'm getting exactly what I ordered. Nothing more and nothing less.